Alright, welcome back. In this video we're going to talk about balancing the brushless motors, and also going to balance a propeller. This is a 1045 propeller with this chip magnetic balancer. We're going to start with the brushless motors. First thing you need to do is obviously to sense the vibrations in one of the arms of your quadcopter. And there's a free app called Sensor Play. Got different sensors there, and then you're gonna just tap on the accelerometer, and then you're gonna start seeing the readings. So couple things to note is that make sure that there's nothing in this surface, and your phone or whatever you're using sits nicely over there, and also that you have a little bit of anti-vibration material underneath. It could be foam, it could be this special material, and then you don't have to put all the motors at the same time. Of course, you have to balance one by one. So basically I just plug the ESC for this arm, and I'm using this PWM generator. You can do it with your radio controller, you can do it from the actual APM or NASA, whatever flight control you're using. All you need to achieve is to control the speed of the motor and see where are you getting most of the vibrations, and then we start correcting. Alright, so let's start with this system, either your radio or this PWM controller. You're gonna have your motors spinning. So as you can see, even the phone is moving a little bit. That means that the motor is unbalanced, and you will see the two lines are the X axis and the Y axis. So you can see the little features that are getting here. So what we're gonna do is I got some sticky tape. It's cut 1 by 1 centimeter, so 1 square centimeter. I'm not too sure about the weight of that. We're gonna go into adjusting the weight of it. If we need smaller pieces, then you can just cut it in half. So this is half of the size that I've decided to work with, and again, so you're gonna have half square centimeter or the full square centimeter. So first of all, you action your motor, and you see what's going on. You see that there's some vibration happening. So you're just gonna start putting some sticky tape on the sides of your motor. So this is the 1 by 1 tape. You just put it on the side and see what happens. Just do it randomly. Stick it there in the motor. You can see here. So just put it there. Random. I don't know where. Which is going to be the place where I'm going to have the weight. So this is a little bit of a test. Okay, so put our motor up again. We're actually getting more vibrations now. So even the phone is moving quicker, see? And also you can see at some speed you'll get really big vibrations like that. So that means that the tape is actually on the side that we need to counterbalance. So let's put the tape on the other side, so opposite, and see what happens. So 180 degrees. So over here, just put the tape, stick it well, do it again. That's that's way better. So even at full speed, the phone's still moving a little bit, but not too much. And now you can barely notice vibrations. Barely notice. So So for instance, what we're going to try to do now is get even closer to have almost a straight line. So you can still notice a little bit of vibration. So let's start playing a little bit. So let's move it either left or right of the motor. So let's try to move it towards the left a little bit. Stick it well. The phone is barely moving. That's the biggest vibration I'm getting at this speed, and I'll see if I can correct that. Let's move it again to the left. That's actually a little bit bigger than what it was before. So let's go back to where we were before, and a little bit towards the right. So we're trying to find the point where we need to locate the weight. Okay, and then we start playing with more tape on top of it, or less. That's a pretty good. That was actually even a better point. You can barely see now. Full speed. The phone is barely moving. Really slow. So I think this is the right point. I'm gonna move it a little bit to the right, just to make sure that I can reduce even more. If it gets bigger, then we move back. And you gotta have a little bit of patience for this. So I can see again that even the phone is moving quicker. So we didn't improve anything there at all. So let's move it back to the left. And again. So that's where we want to be. There we go. A little bit of vibrations at that low speed. High speed. Really low. So what I'm going to try to do now is I'm going to put half weight. So 1 centimeter by 5 millimeters, and that's what I'm going to put. So on top of the one that I already put in, I'm just going to try to find out if the motor needs a little bit more. Not twice the weight, but you know, we're going by 1.5. So let's see what happens. Again, this is trial and error, and you're gonna get there. But the good thing about this is that you do it once, and then what I suggest is just to mark over here with a pencil, or if you got silver motors, just with a Sharpie, and this mark will tell you where the weight has to be. So just in case it falls or you have to check it out, then you know that you have to put tape there, so it takes less time to balance in future occasions. So I'm going to put this half weight, see what happens. There we go. That's pretty good. I can barely see vibrations in the motor. Let's try putting a full piece on top of the first one. So let's remove this one. And let's put another one full piece. Just so we're increasing by 0.5. Okay, so we're going to put another full piece on top of the one that we previously installed. It's over there. Let's see what happens. The phone is not even moving at all. Let's try to find out. I think we were fine with half of the weight, so I'm gonna remove this full piece and I'm gonna put 1.5. So we got one already there, plus this one. I'm gonna get rid of this one and I'm gonna grab half of it. I'm gonna get a new one so it's nice and sticky. Put it there. This is perfect. This is perfect. Alright, so that's how you balance your brushless motors. If you have any questions, just put them down. When I get a chance, I'll get back to you. Remember, the app, it's free. It's called Sensor Play. I'm pretty sure in Android you'll find more apps than Apple. Again, do one by one. Make sure that that you remove the nut from the motor, and again, try to put a little mark. See this little mark over here, so I know where the sticker tape has to go. Make sure that these two surfaces are kind of flat, so you don't have any fluff in between the sticky tape and the motor, so when it's spinning it's not going to peel off. And then just do the same for the rest of the motors, and then I'm just going to grab my balancer and we're going to start balancing the propellers. Cheers.